What's going on, guys? I just
How y'all doing?
I think we should start calling this "Oh No June" because the bank accounts just man, right?
So bad. My wallet's got to see a therapist.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, no, I mean there was some cool stuff showing up. There's more cool stuff showing up. There's the threat of more cool stuff showing up. There's somewhere between a pallet and a container worth of pre-orders hanging over most of us, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, what's going on? Yeah, so
some mighty nice looking shirts y'all wear.
Yeah, same to you.
So.
Yeah.
Mine's backwards though.
Not on our screen.
Yeah. Nice.
Yours is backwards.
Yeah, does it not look backwards?
No.
Not on our screen. No.
I guess just my view it's showing backwards.
Not on our end. You had me worried there for a second.
Yeah.
I think we need to break into the hats too.
Do what?
Breaking some AL toy hats. Kind of complete everything.
I can do that.
So I got
guy.
my coffee. I got my T-shirt. I got you guys. You got whatever you're drinking. You got your T-shirts. So we're ready to go this week, right?
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
Nice. Hi, buddy. What's going on? Yeah.
You got the big dog.
We got the big dog. What's the matter, buddy? All right. Anyways, I don't know what he's doing, but oh boy! Like I said, Yo Joe June was pretty good. I think we really didn't get slammed as bad as I was thinking we would, but once a week, right? Something, not necessarily pre-orders, but there'll be some type of some sort of presentation every week, once a week for this month. So
we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room.
No,
right there. Don't talk about it, man.
That's right.
Well, I was talking about the HasLab.
No, we'll get there.
For Joe.
No, we'll get there.
Speaking of zoo animals, by the way, they found Ed. He's back home now. The zebra.
Oh, they found him?
They found him and they airlifted him, dropped him off by helicopter. Nancy was watching the news feed earlier.
Nice. Well, I was worried about that.
Yeah. Last posting, he was at Fanny Farkle's eating a corn dog up in Gatlinburg. But
there you go.
I guess that's where they caught him at. I don't know.
There you go. Nice. Hey, let's review the cons real quick that we've got coming up. Let's do that. FrileyCon, first weekend in August, Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is so Joe heavy that if you can't make it to Joe Fest, you shouldn't feel bad because everybody will be there. So,
Yep. And more,
other than vendors and stuff. If you're going to spend a bunch of money on stuff, then I think Joe Fest is probably your way to go. But if you're going to have kind of hobnob, rub elbows, talk to cool people, get some stuff signed, FrileyCon would be the way to go. It's a much smaller show. There's not 6 million people like there is at Joe Fest, so you might actually get to talk to somebody, which might be pretty cool. And considering how time keeps marching right on, I would strongly suggest that if you ever thought about meeting some of these folks, you probably ought to get on it. I don't think anybody's in imminent danger of passing away, but they may not want to travel anymore soon. So keep that in mind.
Yep.
What else we got? Gadget CollectorCon the weekend before in July. Great show. I will have a table there with Emmett showing off a couple things.
You will have a table with me. I have a table with you.
There you go. There you go. We'll both have a table with my wife. Is actually how this is going to work. But yeah, no. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to this one. This one, we'll see a lot of people and stuff, and hopefully get to show off some cool stuff. Hopefully, right? And it's local, which is good, and it's really inexpensive. Rocket City. I'm going to leave. This one's. I think Shane probably knows a whole lot more about this one than I do. So
yeah, it's a smaller little thing. They have about 50 vendors, but it's a really good one too. Like you said, it's not as crowded. The building's not as big, but it's a good one to go to. We have a lot of guys from the group that go here and sell in it. So, I mean, it's a good one.
Nice. September 13th.
Yeah. September 13th, 14th.
And again, a nice, inexpensive ticket charge, which is always good. Always good. And of course, Joe Fest, just a couple of weeks away.
Yeah.
We personally we had our reservations and stuff, but we've kind of made the decision it's just not going to happen for us this year, which is okay. You can't have it all. So
because we don't know what to do, dog.
Among other things, but yeah. So I just don't see it happen. And to tell you the truth, even if it was 3 hours away one way from here, I'd consider a day trip. But 4.5, 5 hours one way. I mean, 10 hours of drive time, plus show craziness. That's too much for these old bones. So not this year.
Yes, sir.
Somebody in one of the other Facebook groups posted that this is their first time to go and wanted advice on first time attending. I said, take lots and lots of money.
Lots and lots of money.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing I get advised. Take lots and lots of money.
That's it. That's it. Because there is some stuff there. There's stuff there that you're never going to see anyplace else.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff there. So
I'm pretty sure last time I was there was a bucket of classic 12-inch Joes with the pull tabs, and they speak.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like $10 each.
Yeah, they were all naked and everything else, too. They had mustaches drawn on them. And
they were definitely used.
Well, yeah, definitely. Joe Lanta, September 26, 27, 28. This is definitely a possibility for me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's doable from here. But, September's a long ways away, isn't it?
It is.
It's crazy, isn't it? Boy, that time's going to evaporate just like that. But if I sit and start thinking ahead 3 months, boy, so much happens so fast now that it's really hard to tell. But it'll disappear in a blink. So,
I was thinking earlier today that the Joe versus Cobra come out in 2002, and then you had Spy Troops in 2003. Joe versus Cobra is closer to the OG 13 Joes than they are to us now. I mean, that's 20 years from 82 to 2002, but it's been 23 years to now. It's hard to believe it's been 23 years ago when those figures come out.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
And now they're vintage figures. I mean, they're technically vintage figures.
Right. Yeah, we've got there's vintage figures and then there's OG. Right. Yeah. I mean, so yeah. It is funny. It really is funny.
Yeah, when you're sitting there and you hear kids say, "Oh, look at these real old G.I. Joes," and you're looking at like Valor versus Venom Joes, you're like,
yeah.
Wow. Look at our depressed Corey, and he had to leave.
Yeah, he ran off. He ran right off. So that's good. I mean, there's a con. Well, starting in July, it's basically a con a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is okay because we're well into June. So
after this July, the next Gaston Comic Con is going to be in January instead of February.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only day they could get in February was February the 14th, and he said he wasn't going to have the show on Valentine's Day. Nobody'd show up.
No, that's a bad idea.
All their wives would have them out to eat.
Yeah, no, that's stomping on all the wrong toes there. We don't need to do that.
So I think it's like maybe the last weekend in January or something. I can't remember the exact date.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And if you wanted a table or space or anything like that, you better get with Jonathan quick on that one, because I guarantee you this probably
They go quick.
a half of those spaces are probably already accounted for, if not more. So. Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think? Onward and upward.
No upward and
Mr.
downward.
Corey, you showed back up just in time. What do you got going on this week?
Well, not too much this week. This past 2 weeks, I picked up. Well, we're gonna go with that, I reckon. First, I picked up the $50 Maximum Spider-Man off of Ballers, Roy Salazar. I think he is the second one from the left. That's all I'm doing. Their expos. The one on the far left is the first retro card. I think the third one is the Renew Your Vows, and the last one is the anniversary one. So that gives you the range of the posability in the front butterfly joints. Kind of just so they pretty much all the same. That's the back butterfly joints. Now they're still in the same order, and what's funny is the first retro card got better range. So the worst one would be the anniversary one, of course, but I did not modify the butterfly joints of any of these guys. So that's your particular range. And that's the two with toe joints. That's the Renew Your Vows on the left, and on the right. Yeah, it's on the right's Renew Your Vows, and on the left's the Maxims. No, vice versa. Excuse me. Right's Maximum, and left is the Renew Your Vows. So there's how they stack up. Because I'm the only two I have with toe. All right, these are the four here. The one on the one that's looking directly at you the most is the Renew Your Vows, and the other one kind of downward there is the Maximum. The other two, one on the far left is the retro card, and the anniversary. So they're about the Renew Your Vows and the Maximum are about the same. So, I hate it. Now here's all most of all the accessories out of the pack. I don't know what they thought about Swimmer Spider-Man there, the little bitty spider shooting thing, but that's now I changed out the anniversary's head for the half Peter Parker, half Spidey head with the Spidey sense. But there they are in all their glory with all their things out as far as their accessories. That's all the accessories comes in the pack. And I'll be honest with you, with my gripes, price point, just go buy the Maximum Spider-Man if you don't have the Renew Your Vows. He's worth it. But I do have some gripes. And here's my top 4 gripes. I only had 4. No, I had 6, excuse me. Well, these are one gripe. If you look at them, they look like they need a blue chew. So there's the thing. My second gripe are these. I mean, they're $50 and they don't even hinge. You could have put a hinge in them to hinge them up and down and painted the hinge. And we have this head, in particular head here. I know what they was trying to do. They was trying to do like the Deadpool I'm squinting head, but they kind of messed that up. And we have I'm Peter Parker and I drive a windowless van head. That thing just creeps me out. But all in all, overall, this Spider-Man's a good pickup. I will admit when I was wrong. I'm wrong. He's a good pickup for $50 because he gives you all them other accessories for all your other Spideys. So
Nice.
we got off into that. We got my weekly pickups for the past 2 weeks. Well, there's that. I picked that up off Amazon for I think it was regularly $23 on there, and that's the WWE Rey Mysterio lowrider, which it works out good for Joe's. I think I may have another picture with Destro and these women going to the Cole Slither concert.
No, you didn't send me that one.
Well, I got it over here. There's Destro. Whoa! He just hit the hydraulics. Him and his women there hit the hydraulics on that one. And this week, and I picked up Mero, of course, right here. I think I picked her up at GameStop. I don't know if I'm going to collect that whole way, but I wanted her and the Night Force, not Night Force, X Force, Nightcrawler. And I picked me and Shane up a couple of these guys, which now we know where we get a certain body we'll be talking about later for the Sarge's Marauders. I'll use that. And a friend of mine from Hasbro that I have, and I can't mention their name, sent me the new Son of the Black Panther action figure. There he is. His name, let me get the name right here. I had to write it down and pronunciate it. Kitama. I think that's how you say his name. Which is just, I just took a Johnny Storm head on a Black Panther body. That's pretty much all these days Hasbro's doing. If we get to talk about the new Gamerverse stuff, which I think was they had some good stuff in the Gamerverse stuff, and some not so good.
What up, Alex?
That's pretty much all I got this week. But like I said, if you can get your hands on one, now I've heard horror stories about quality control and this Maxim's or Spider-Man. I got the box here. The box even here is even nice. I had no issues with quality control out of mine. All the web lines matched up perfect. So I mean, maybe it's just a very, very few that you have quality control issues with. But like I said, I will have to eat crow, and he was and with all the accessories, you have a Spider-Man ship, he's worth $50.
Nice. Nice. Find a different battery for this laptop. Man, that sucker dies fast. Nice. I think, I'll talk if we get a chance. This new Maximum series, there is one plus to them, and I know there's been a lot of comparison with other figures and what buck is used and blah blah blah. But for attracting new collectors into the line, I think they're actually pretty great. I mean, long-term collectors are really chewing on this stuff. But I have to tell you, to get entry-level collectors into, buying these characters for the first time, I think they did very well. I'm not crazy about the price. Don't get me wrong. I don't think anybody is. I don't know if we even need to talk about that, but it is what it is.
I will say one thing. They did kind of fudge the truth about the Spider-Man when they claimed all new sculpt. There's no new sculpt on this thing.
Yeah, that I believe.
I've seen the neck deals out of the original the G.I. Joe classifieds. I've seen ankle, calf, and swivels and bicep swivels before. I've seen drop down hips and Marvel stuff. That's pretty much all the new sculpting they claim he's got. There is no new sculpt here.
Yeah. Well,
I'm still happy.
What up, Tim?
New sculpt for the price, yeah.
No, I think it's new sculpt for Spider-Man. When they say new sculpt, they don't mean they create it from scratch. I mean it's for that character most of the time.
Gentlemen.
Because they're going to reuse. They're going to reuse parts.
I understand that, but at $50, they need to come up with something new. I mean, that, like I said,
seriously, what's new that they can possibly come up with?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, think about that. I mean, we are decades deep into figures. We're 10 or 12 years deep into the really hyper articulated stuff that we've had. What in the world? What new technology are they going to come up with in action figures that, they got? It's like Just Lucky Charms, right? I mean, remember as a kid, Lucky Charms, they added diamonds or clovers, or they changed the color, or Captain Crunch, all berries. Guess what? It's still Captain Crunch. It's still
Captain Crunch.
Exactly.
Well, the way things are now with miniaturizing stuff, I'm still hoping for small soldiers that actually work like small soldiers from the movie.
Yeah, didn't the people almost die in that?
Semantics.
That's the AI toys coming. Just wait.
He's a good figure, though. If you ain't got a good Spider-Man, he's a great pickup. If you got a Spider-Man shelf, you want to use some accessories, he's still a great pickup at $50. I'll have to eat my own words on that one.
I think the biggest thing with the price point is a lot of us that buy figures are really choking on it.
Yeah.
I think these are actually intended for people that are going to buy 2, maybe 3 of these. They're going to hit the characters that they really want from that particular line, and then that's going to be it. It doesn't matter if they cost $50 a piece because I'm not going to end up buying 200 of them in the next 12 years. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of my opinion of where Hasbro is trying to go with this.
Well, see, I know you and John got the Hulk. Now, after I get this, I got to have the Hulk.
Well, yeah.
I got a Hulk, but I got to have that one.
I love it. I mean, we'll talk about it later, but I love it. I mean, I really do. I was going to buy that first Diamond Select Hulk for years. I've been saying I was going to buy that figure, but there was always just something about it. You know what I mean? This one's just comic perfect, if you ask me. It really is, and I really couldn't be happier with it. Now, I know a lot of people are, chewing away on it, but I don't have 12 other Hulks.
Right.
I mean, is it the greatest Hulk ever made? I don't know. Is it my Hulk? Yeah.
Well, see, that's the way I am. I got 4 Hulks. I got 2 of the movie Hulks, and I got 1 comic book. I mean, for me, it's a buy.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got figures that I have a lot of. I mean, I have a lot of Batman figures. Some of them are a lot nicer than others.
Sure.
But I mean, there's certain entry level figures that are just wise to make, and Hasbro's marketing on these is pretty slick. So, anyways, Yo Joe June, or Oh No June. That's what my wallet calls it. Oh no June. Oh no June. Yeah.
Yo, Joe!
Oh no.
That's what it should have said. Oh no.
Oh no. I say that. It wasn't bad. It really wasn't that bad as it could have been.
That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Well, right.
I believe it's gonna get worse.
Well, I was
Worse for your wallet, not for your collection, for your wallet.
Yeah, but I was still, to tell you the honest truth, I was still pleasantly surprised by the one thing that was actually missing, which is the huge price increases that everybody's been whining and crying that we were, imminent, death and destruction, and the radiation will kill most of us, and all this other crap that we've been listening to for the last 3 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever the heck it's been. I did not see a price increase, period.
Nope.
So that was a good thing.
And all that was put up for pre-order is still available to order now.
I just checked before we went live, and Pulse right now, everything is still available. Now, does that mean production went up, or does that mean there's been some kind of catastrophic economic shift in the collector world? I don't know, and I don't care. The good thing is, if you want one, you can go get one.
Exactly. They are still up right now. I'm looking at them right now.
Right. So
I'm still sticking to my plan of only pre-ordering the exclusives that like Amazon and Hasbro Pulse.
The only exclusive this to go around was Slice and Dice. So,
and the Amazon Colonel Hawk.
No, he wasn't exclusive. He was just
he's exclusive to
Amazon, Hasbro, BBTS,
fan channel,
everywhere.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a fan channel, so he's good.
I jumped on him. I thought he was just Amazon only.
Hey Nancy, happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
Nancy!
My wife was telling me, "Hey, you guys all better sing to Nancy." So happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nancy.
Happy birthday to you. There you go. That was awesome.
That wasn't that good.
That was just great.
And there goes all our
Sorry.
And
I
there
got
wasn't
two
everybody
buckets.
that wants to look.
And our viewership just dropped by 97%.
All right, Mark, how you doing?
I got an excuse. I got 2 buckets and I can't carry a tune in either one of them.
There you go.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Alex.
Mark, Alex,
Mark.
Mason.
Alex.
Nice. Yeah,
Good night, Nancy.
that's right.
Good night, Nancy.
Sorry.
Well, look, my wife told me to do it, so
We
I did
went
it.
from 18 viewers to 2.
Yep. That'll be bad. They can't help it. Everybody loves it. Back to Yo-Joe June or Oh No June or whatever we want to call it. Where we at? Name reveals. Name only reveals. This one was kind of rushed. No, I don't want it leaking all over the place. No.
I'm gonna X out your
No. What were the name only reveals? You guys got to help me.
I don't remember.
They had the trooper and some type of GI Joe.
It was
Defense
the
Corps.
Steel Brigade and something defense.
The Steel Brigade in the defense
Yeah.
post, right? Which I'm guessing is
something like
just
that.
a recolor of the bunker.
Probably so.
And Scorpion, and Scorpion and
Desert
Pet.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
There's Scorpion Pet, yeah.
Desert Scorpion.
And I said for sure that I was going to go look him up. I did not. So I'm not going to comment much on that. But he is definitely the one in the listing with Pet, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he comes with a giant scorpion.
Well,
At least
there
the
you
I thought
vintage
it was a
did.
small Scorpion.
At least the vintage did. He come with a giant scorpion.
go.
Small to you, but large to him.
Yeah. So
Nice.
he's pretty cool. I had him when I was younger. He was one of them, the mini that
I
I
did
bought
too.
after the 90s. But they're definitely
my
dipping
guess-
into the 90s. So
My guess is an awful lot of what goes on this month, one drop a week for the month. I'm guessing a lot of that's going to be name only
I figured
At
so
this
too.
point.
And probably renders.
and some more renders, right? I can't imagine we're going to have a bunch more pre-orders. Good Lord, we've got a year's worth of product. We've still got pre-orders from last year still, guys.
Yes,
I mean, seriously.
I've been hearing some rumors that you might have more of what we intend on at the end of the month.
I got to tell you, I mean, all kidding aside about the economy, again, I'm glad the prices didn't increase. Hasbro's walking a very thin line, and it's not necessarily economic. It's pure frustration.
Yeah.
You cannot pile more pre-orders on top of us. That's not good business. You got to get, let's face it, these figures that we just pre-ordered, November and December release dates. I mean, how many more pre-orders are they going to dump on us for this year? I just don't think it would be wise. They may, I don't know, but I don't think it would be smart. I really don't. But
And we still got the Coast Slither pack coming up. So, I mean,
There you go, Dave.
they haven't.
yeah, there it is, Dave.
Oh, there
Now,
you go.
did they?
Oh,
did
I
they
remember
say,
him. I've seen. Yeah.
Did they say Desert Scorpion
A
or
lot of
Sand
them.
Scorpion?
Desert Scorpion.
They just
So
said
that'd be the Desert
Desert
Scorpion.
Yeah.
Because the Sand Scorpion was the one that was in the Valor versus Venom.
Yes.
So does that mean we can look forward to Spearhead and Max at some point in time? Because weren't those kind of
They were close.
yin and yang, right?
Well, actually, the Dusty come out that year with a Sandstorm. The Coyote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we'll get a Dusty and Sandstorm.
They were, yeah, maybe they were. Those were past my original Joe time run. So,
Mine too. I only picked
Budo,
up.
to tell you the truth,
Must be
Budo
them.
was too, and Slice and Dice were too. But I remember them vaguely, and it was one of those deals where, looking back on them, you kind of going, "Geez, I still wish I collected." When I saw them in the stores, but I didn't
Yeah.
anymore. So I just kept.
It was the 80s. Everybody loved ninjas.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. So, renders. What do we got for renders? Any good?
Oh yeah.
They showed this one again.
All striker. Yeah, still plugging away at the all striker. Guys, I got to tell you, there is just something about this that I just don't like. I don't know.
I
And
know
that's
what
not
it
being
is. It's that third seat.
Yeah, I'm not being critical. It's literally just a personal taste thing. There's something about this that really bugs me.
They said in the stream you could take that seat in the top part of that
Make it more
off of it
vintage.
to make it look like a original vintage one. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I still don't think it's going to make any difference to me, though. There's just something about this I just don't like. I don't know why. I
Colors
just don't.
aren't correct.
It ain't got nothing to do with the colors. I could be colorblind and still not like it.
Yeah, I like the colors of it. The colors are great to me.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's not colors for me. It's just something about it. I can't. I really, genuinely, honestly, I can't. And I'm not being critical. I can't put my finger on it. Am I going to buy one? Yeah. Do I like the idea? No.
Mine is definitely going to be without the third seat and the extra roll cage
I
top.
think so.
Well,
I might end up getting two of them.
Yeah, and it's a render, so I mean, it's probably going
Yes,
Yeah,
that is true. That is true. That is definitely true. So I'm very happy to get crankcase. I mean, anytime we get a driver, I'm happy.
And my favorite part about it is the coffee cup.
There you go.
Yep.
That's my favorite part about it.
I mean, I'm thinking about getting two display it one way, one the other, and crankcase. To me, it looks like a brown-haired Tom Suggs. I may do me a Magnum PI guy out of the extra one.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, he definitely was a redhead originally. Definitely. And again, the digital render, they may have just muted the red.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
Well, you remember
he's still kind of a reddish brown.
Yeah, it's still there.
So.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Hawk had brown hair when they first showed rendering him, but then when they showed him this week, he's got more blonde hair. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they didn't go with the brown. I'm glad they went with the blonde for him.
Yeah.
Yep. This is
that's more OG.
Your police officer in with his riot gear, which I guess,
well,
you know,
I'm going to tell you right now. I think these right here will sell like hotcakes because you can put them in other displays, and they're caught for other displays too. I think they'll sell like hotcakes. So will the firemen too.
Yeah, that I agree with. I think there'll be army builders from all kinds of other 6-inch lines that'll be snapping these up.
I can see kids may be buying them too.
Yeah.
And I can also see people buying these just to take the vest off and just having soldiers.
Yep. Yeah, I think the
blue would make a good Cobra soldier of some sort.
Yep, these will sell well. I think they'll have these will be very successful. I think.
And then of course the big tote, and once again, a coffee mug.
Yep.
There's a coffee mug. Yep.
But the one everybody's talking about.
You know, I'm glad Bob's making a healthy living off residuals, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm glad Sergeant Slaughter is making a ton of money off of his likeness. Did we need another Slaughter? No.
A lot of people like him.
But it's okay. I mean, he was huge in the cartoon side of the equation. So this will be all right. And of course, Mercer.
But this Slaughter, look at him. He's got the whistle in his mouth. He's got the brown outfit. Perfect, man. We got to have it. He's got the white pearl revolver. We got to have this.
And he's got the maroon beret, so you can make him look like the wrestling figure that come out last.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. The only big complaint I heard about this was people were complaining that Mercer got leather necked, where he's considerably smaller.
Yeah.
originally Mercer was not the mountain of a human being that he is in the new Energon books. So I don't see any issue with this.
No, and even in the cartoon, he was a lot smaller than Sarge was.
Yeah. The one that really got shortchanged was Chuckles, because in the movie, Chuckles was a big guy.
Oh, he was immense. Yeah.
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 He wasn't that way in the comics, but in the cartoon, he was.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't.
Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong, or did we get some new weapon sculpts?
Vector, some sort of.
We get some type of grenade launcher. We get
that looks like that crossbow.
That's new. Yeah, that's new out of G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I don't know if any of them are new. Maybe that grenade launcher. Maybe. I don't know. Again, digital renders.
Yeah.
That bullpup, that's new.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like an AUG, but not.
Kind of does.
Yeah. I guess this. I got to say, this one's going to depend on if this is an exclusive or a general release. I think, as far as how successful this one will be, I really do.
Probably an exclusive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
And
this also means the rest of them are coming.
oh yeah,
yeah.
You know, I don't
you
know
gotta
why
have
they
a Red
didn't.
Dog and Taurus.
I don't know why they didn't leave Sarge off and do a 3-pack.
I agree.
Right. I agree.
And then they could have went back and done this Sarge and done all 3 of them in the same brown camo pattern, and they would have liked the 2003 convention set. And they could have done a 4-pack with all 4 of them together, or maybe 2 2-packs later on.
Right.
Well, here's what gets me. Why couldn't they put him in this Sarge in with the 222 tank?
Why didn't they put him in with a Warthog?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's true.
Because I don't think we're getting a Warthog.
So the Warthog is this is more like his outfit for the Warthog.
Yep, sure is. Yep, sure is. But I mean, like I said, I think the success on this one is 100% dependent on what it is for an exclusive or general release. I really do.
I agree.
What sold this for me is the head with the whistle.
Yeah.
And Mercer is Mercer. I mean,
Well, Mercer too, but for Sarge being there.
I just think if they would have had done the Mercer, Taurus, and Red Dog 3-pack, they would have sold like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Yep, I agree. Famazon, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think it'll be successful.
And not confirmed, but I'm hearing these may go up for pre-order on the 11th. These 3 renders.
Okay. Well, I'm undecided. I'm undecided. These guys were long after my Joe time.
Well, my generation, I was a big wrestling fan, big Slaughter fan, big AWA fan. I'm all in on it.
I think a lot of people this way, Tim.
Yep, I think so.
Because you can't have Mercer, you can't have Red Dog and Taurus without Mercer.
No, you can't. No, I agree with. You just can't. That makes no sense.
No way.
But I mean, I'm guessing this is going to be a $55 set. So
I believe so.
So that would make sense that it's a Famazon, and I think it'll be successful. I don't think it'll sell out. I think it'll be successful.
Shane, you know me. I got the 2 Valorverse Sarges too. So
Yeah.
I listen on them.
No, it's all good. I just as a general release, because this wouldn't fly. This would not be successful.
No.
But as an exclusive in limited numbers, I think they'll do very well with it. Again, I'm undecided, and my suspicion is it's not going to sell out, so I'll have plenty of time to decide. So
Yeah, I believe so.
yeah, so it'll be fine. Next. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I just can't get there, guys. I am so happy that this is a CDCC because I just can't get there with this. I won't feel bad about missing this one at all.
I'm
I
with
think a
you
lot
on
of
this.
people buy this I think a lot of people buy this just for the instruments too.
Yeah.
For other
Actually, well,
displays.
you know what? You say that, but you better wait until the price point comes down from on high
Oh
because
yeah, you're looking at $130 easy right
yeah,
there.
because if
I
it's
I heard it's
$140.
$99. I heard it's
No,
$99.
I don't see that.
There's at least 2 deluxe figures in that mix. I guarantee you
Exactly.
it's 125, 135.
Yeah.
I hope
I'm a
it's
big
99
dreadnought
bucks. That means they make it in bulk, so there'll be plenty to go around.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Don't matter to me. I'm all in. Love Cole Slither.
I'm a huge dreadnought guy, as everybody knows, but
Yeah.
I just don't know where I'm at on this. I'll be honest with you. I love that episode with a minute, but I mean, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, but this is oh, good Lord, this is deep dive. I mean, this is real deep dive for. We haven't got our OG 13 yet, and we're on this.
They already made a full-on record for this.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, they've made a record. They're having a concert,
record.
everything.
Yeah.
I might get the record just to listen to it.
Yeah, well, you might not too.
Well, and that's what they're going for,
149.
doing this
so.
thing for San Diego,
149.
so they're not the people that wants the OG stuff's not missing out.
Yeah.
See, and this is I have to give credit where credit's due. I've said it before. This is a
Oh, there's
perfect.
a window wiper.
This is a San Diego Comic-Con perfect exclusive because if you miss it, you don't care. Right? There is no big gaping hole in your GI Joe collection if this isn't, so the Vinda Viper. Yeah.
With
Yep, there's a
windows to
window viper.
wipe. Timothy, you're a bad influence.
Yeah. Would you stop it?
I'm surprised for 7 hasn't made one. I really am.
Oh, I know,
see
me too.
Yeah, I say me building a stage for these guys.
Oh heck, you wouldn't have to do that. There's already stages out there. You can buy off eBay.
Yeah.
Come with the little Funko Pop things. They'd work perfect with them.
Yeah. I am a solid, hard 100% pass on this set. And that makes me happy because I will be able to watch coverage for Comic-Con and not be stressing it.
Exactly.
I mean, seriously.
Honestly, I don't think anybody's going to have to worry about it. If you want
I don't either.
I do believe.
There's something in their marketing or something that's telling them the same thing because they are pushing this thing hard.
Yeah.
They've been pushing this thing for 2.5 months and they're not even done yet. I think they're a little concerned about this one. And you know what? They should be.
Well, let's look at it. The last 4 or 5 years, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, everyone's got it.
Yes.
And they've got it from Pulse.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I just think everyone can get it if they want it.
Yeah. I think we'll be okay on this one. I got to tell you though. That Jetfire with the 2 Void Rival figures. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's terrible.
I probably really want that.
I should have got a picture of that.
I really
Like I said,
think I want that.
The only difference between this and the original, he didn't have a keytar. He actually had a keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised they didn't throw a Joe figure in with that set. Though. If they're trying to push the Energon universe.
Boy, I tell you what, if they'd have thrown a Pythona in that,
For real.
I tell you what, man, that sucker would be unobtainium.
Yeah.
That's probably why he's happy they didn't.
So
Is it 3 3/4 inch or 6 inch scale? Those figures.
3 3/4.
That's 3 3/4.
Yeah, they're O-ring figures.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so they could probably fit inside Jetfire then.
Probably.
Because that is huge.
So yeah, but I mean, that's $100 plus set, I'm guessing, and I won't be able to get it. I don't know anybody out there. I don't know any Transformers collectors. I won't be able to get one. I think I'm going to try, but. And here we go! Yay! It's Colonel.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
This is awesome stuff right here.
Just love it.
Yep. This is awesome. Very happy with this set. And again, even more happy that everybody's able to pre-order them.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Can't wait to get this one, as a matter of fact. This is gonna
And
be
not a
awesome.
bad price. Not a bad price.
Nope, not at all. It'll go on the OG shelf with that hooked onto the back of the vamp. It's going to be awesome. So yeah,
that wouldn't be a bad 3-pack to add on to it, man.
It's an interesting idea, isn't it? Very cool. Yeah, very happy with this one. That scabbard is something else.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Yep, gotta love it.
Is it majority reuse? Yes. Do we care? No.
No, that's what the OG 13 was all about. There were
Exactly.
there were 3 distinct figures.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep.
That was it. They were all awesome.
I like
And
that.
of course-
I like the detail.
We get the same blast effects we've got with everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know what?
So-
We're getting them. So
Yeah. At this point, I've got so many. I got so many of those in a box. I can pick them out if I want to.
yeah.
I think so. Shane, you know where all my blast effects are at? They're in a bag in a drawer.
It's all right. Yeah, like it. Again, ship date on Hawk is
August. No, September.
nope.
Change it?
Yeah, as of today, they were showing release dates of. I think this was November 1st,
November 1st.
and the other
that-
2 that we'll show in a minute are December 1st. So we're already at the end of the year for our pre-orders.
Yep.
So
Okay. I thought it was September the first time I ordered it and looked at it.
nope. So
And up next.
next, Slice and Dice. Again, after my time, but I actually like these very much.
Yeah, I was way out of collecting when these guys
Yep.
come around.
Yeah,
But I
I
like
too, but it's 80s, it's ninjas. And you can troop builder if you want it.
Actually, these were come out in the 90s.
Oh, these were the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, these were
Well, yeah,
nowhere near
but-
the 80s.
Yeah,
Growing
Ninja
up as
Force.
And
growing up
these
as a kid in the 80s, you know.
these ship dates is September 1st.
September 1st. Wow.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. I must have misread that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's September 1st on this one.
Nice.
Amazon
yeah, they
has
are-
Hawk, or Amazon has the Hawk deal delivering in November the 4th.
Yeah. That's a weird. It's like an exorcist thing going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
What do
One's
you
supposed to be
mean?
a dragon, and the other's supposed to be a
the heck,
scorpion.
You're just cheaping out on us now.
Yeah.
Everything we show you tonight, you ain't buying because
I ain't buying that. I ain't buying that.
I'm not. I got no connection with it. Nah. Just terrible.
You grew up in
I mean,
the 80s. It's ninjas, man.
I didn't collect these either. The Ninja Force stuff, I didn't collect them either. But these I like.
Timothy's just waiting for the ice cream soldier to come out.
That's
what
it.
That's all it
he's
is.
waiting for.
That's just. He's gonna be waiting a while too.
If he don't get ice cream soldier, he's not getting any of the 90s figures.
Yeah.
And let's face
You know,
it, with the accessories they come with, the head sculpts, the hands.
There's a lot going on there.
Man, that's a lot. That's a good price.
There is
I mean,
a lot
to
going
me-
on.
That's
you know what? You know who they remind me of? They remind me of my favorite 80s movie, Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I
with
thought
the
you were
big
gonna
man
say Three Ninjas
No.
with brother in it.
I
Oh,
do
that's-
like that, brother.
I got a good idea.
Yeah.
You want some
Uh-oh.
you want some really good Comic-Con exclusives. Vinda Viper could be one. An Ice Cream Soldier could be one.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Snake Eyes and Shipwreck dressed up backstage at a
No.
Cold Slither concert.
No.
Actually, that I buy that.
I'm all over a boy George Snake Eyes.
Yeah, you're not having it in my
Yeah.
house. I can tell you that right now. Okay, onward and upward. Budo. This is, I'm kind of, I don't know. I got to watch it, but I didn't watch it twice. This is everything, two heads and the traditional and the modern. This is a different, boy, they really sunk a lot into this figure.
They did.
They really did. It's possible. I wonder if they weren't trying to go for maybe an army builder,
I believe so.
samurai for other lines as well, like the firefighter and the police.
You know what? The first thing that pops in my head, if they're not trying to compete with Valor Burst. They come back with a samurai here recently.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. I think my suspicion is Hasbro's lead time is a whole lot longer than Bobby Vala's, though. So I don't know if they're really looking to compete with him or not. I don't think
know
they
nothing
could care
about
less
this
about
guy.
him, actually.
But I'm all in on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
his ship date is December 1st, 2025.
December 1st. Yeah. Okay. So
He's-
that's a cool figure.
Because that long-haired head, I can make an awesome mandarin out of him.
Now he would have been closer to your time, wouldn't he, Corey? Because he was like what 88.
I think
88?
88 or 89 was Budo.
Yeah, I was out around 88, 89 area when collecting when this come about.
We'll put that down.
But once again, he's loaded. Like John Dave said, he's loaded with accessories.
It really is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's great. In my opinion, he's great.
Oh,
Yep.
he is.
Yeah, we can have some awesome ninja fights here, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's better to come out with something like this and then the next 25th version of Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go great with Jinx and Kamakara and Snake Eyes.
Yeah. And Helix, for that matter.
Yeah, Helix, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is
They
great.
didn't announce any retro carded figures, did they?
No,
No.
retro cards
No,
done
so
for the
they
year.
didn't.
Yeah, I had heard that retro carded was done for the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
The bats and the green shirts are it for retro carded,
Yeah.
and those were announced a month or so ago, I guess.
I was kind of hoping they might go ahead and get the retro carded Jinx out.
Yeah.
Mm,
They said they were done the last stream, not Yo-Yo June, but the one before.
yeah.
They were done with retro cards for the year.
Yep. They're all, not done releasing them, but they're not announcing them.
I don't know what's going on with the retro cards though, because like Florence Walmart up here has like 15 of the Cobra Commanders, and that's it, just the Cobra Commanders.
Yeah.
Just the Cobra Commanders, yeah.
I don't know what's
Well,
going on with that.
When I was up there, they had one stalker, and the rest were Cobra Commanders.
That's funny. One of our stores had only one stalker too, and that's all they had.
Yeah,
for
that was,
any GI.
that was really strange. Yeah, Pell City Walmart hadn't had Joe's in months, and then all of a sudden, one random stalker shows up.
It's probably a return.
Probably, yeah. So, yeah, very strange. Yep. Cool beans. All right. Now you wanted to talk about the elephant in the room that Corey brought up earlier. I suppose we ought to talk about what the clues, the non-clues, whatever the heck it was that.
Well, there's actually two elephants.
For the potential
First
hazard.
elephant, the first elephant I heard HasLab is going to be shipping at the end of June.
Well, yeah. What was it? The 19th? You had to have your 13th, 19th. Which was I didn't get it. So,
I didn't know either.
those of you that are waiting on those had till whatever it was, and apparently the ship dates. Hasbro had said to expect shipping the end of that last week in June for U.S. customers for the Rattler. So,
This was on May 27th. We got the email. And it says at the very bottom, United States, Canada, late June, Asia, late June, UK, and Europe, July.
there you go.
Wow, we're getting stuff for Europe. How about that?
Yeah, I don't. I don't see it happening.
We didn't get Breaker before other places because Australia already got him. But Shane said this morning he's showing up
Yeah.
over here now.
Canada's them been getting breakers, so I don't know.
Yeah, and meanwhile, dial tone is still in the wild
MIA.
somewhere.
October's last I heard.
That's absolutely insane. I just can't. I got a real hard time believing much of anything they're telling us about that particular figure because it doesn't make any sense. Shane's got one in his hand right now. How could you produce a small number that are acceptable and then the other rest of the order is non-acceptable? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense to me. And the guy I got this from said he got it off from Amazon. He ordered 2 from Amazon, and they come in when they're supposed to.
Maybe a deal like with Cyborg Superman and GameStop getting the batch early.
But that's the thing, Corey. They weren't early. They were still 6 months late.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It's just very strange. It's just very, very strange.
Well, think about it. He's in the same way with Leatherneck, Saw Viper.
Yeah.
I mean, all them's done been sold out from all the stores.
Yeah.
Months ago.
Yeah, they all came and went, and
exactly.
Still no doubt.
That is the greatest mystery to me at all. I mean,
I can't understand how it's possible to have massive quality issues with just one figure.
And I see nothing wrong with it.
They're doing over 30 figures a year. One figure all of a sudden is a big. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Unless he got his order or whatever got lost in the move, or whatever.
Ain't no way.
That was supposedly the first. That was the first wave, supposedly by the rumor mill, that went through the move.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, again, the rest of them have come and gone. We have received our retro carded that were after that, which were also part of that big move, according to the rumor mill. So here we sit. I still don't understand what is going on with that figure. I hope we don't end up with some BS McFarlane story where the truck was stolen.
Maybe in one of those shipping containers they found out in the middle of the ocean.
Well, maybe.
I bet they're lost in a shipping container somewhere.
That's
my opinion. I think they're sitting on the dock somewhere in a shipping container.
That's a great possibility. I mean,
it's entirely possible.
That's a great possibility.
There's something very, very strange with that particular lot number or something because I just don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery right now.
Yes. So, needless to say, for those of you that are waiting on Rattlers, the likelihood of you having them by next episode in 2 weeks is probably pretty good, right? It's the 8th. So. It's the 8th.
I don't think so.
No, 18th.
I'm gonna say.
Think about how many emails we got about getting our address ready for the hiss and for Dragonfly.
I'm gonna say no later than July the 14th.
Nah, I think it's gonna be later than that.
I
hope I'm wrong, but
sure, yeah.
I just don't see it happening, man. I really don't.
It's I just hope this was fast. I just hope that there wasn't a whole lot of quality corners cut on this. I really do. This was fast. So I guess we'll find out soon enough, right?
Yeah.
I
just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the other rumor now.
No.
Dang, Corey, it's killing you.
We're not going to talk about it at all. Look,
first of all, it's not a rumor.
His girlfriend said a couple of special words, and he's all hyper about it. So
it's not a rumor because I told you guys this was going to be a HasLab.
Oh yeah,
I don't believe it.
It and another thing I told you was going to be the HasLab.
I can tell you right now. I'll show you something in a little while that will never be a HasLab.
Yeah.
And then a teaser for another thing.
Yeah, I can tell you that right now. So yes, what was the deal? Emily says, stay frosty, something's
And-
cool, and what was the other thing?
There was snow flowing across
There
the
was
screen.
snow, right? And then stay chill, be chill.
Yeah, stay chill.
something. So that
Yeah.
automatically went to the snowcat, right?
Yeah.
The HasLab will be the snowcat. I think it's the polar bear. But
I think
If
I
this
think
has
whatever
a
it
polar
is-
bear, I will not buy it.
I think whatever it is, it could be any vehicle, but it's gonna come with Ice Cream Soldier.
Yeah.
It's the kill card.
that is true, right? That may very well be.
We
it.
know it's going to be a Joe big vehicle. We know that.
I think the Snowcat will be announced probably sometime either next week or this coming week, and it
It's
will
going
not
to be announced by the end
a.
of June. She
It
said
will
that.
not be a Has. It will
It
not be
will
a Has.
start-
It will not be a Pulse exclusive. I mean, it won't be a HasLab. It'll be a something like
You're wrong.
All Striker.
You're
Yeah,
wrong.
but you know what, guys? I gotta really put my 2 cents in on this. I've been collecting toys for a very long time, but I never really considered. I mean, there's been a few pieces like the flag, like the Defiant. There's been a few things that you look at them and you appreciate the amount of plastic that goes into them, right?
Mhm.
If you look at what we've had for HasLabs, the Hiss, the Dragonfly, the Rattler, they're long, right? Or they're squat. They're not very wide. They're not very tall. They're not really thick. You see what I'm saying? You start looking at the amount of materials that have gone into a HasLab. Let's forget about $300 and $400 price tags. Let's just scrap that. You look at the amount of material that's going into one of these HasLabs, and they're all coming with multiple figures, which is sucking up somewhere to $75 to $100 worth of the price, right? Right? That's just simple math. A Snowcat, plastic volume-wise, makes a whole lot more sense when you look at the Hiss and you look at it than a Mauler or a Mobat, because you're talking about those were much larger vehicles.
Yep.
I mean, I don't see Snowcat makes sense to me. Just in plastic volume, it's making a whole lot of sense to me.
And think about it. We've already had hints to the Snowcat on packaging.
Yes. Right.
We got the hint of the polar bear
Yes.
on packaging
Right.
way before it was announced.
Right. And I don't
We
think
saw
it's a
the
mistake.
back end of the Snowcat on the back of a packaging. I mean,
Right.
I just feel it's going to be. And I said it a long time ago. They will use that as a HasLab.
Yes. And I don't think it's a mistake that we get Snake Eyes in the polar bear. That's the same year. I don't think that's a coincidence at all. So
And I think, of course, we're going to get Frostbite.
you're gonna get
As the driver.
frostbite. Yeah.
Going to get Iceberg and Blizzard. I do believe.
I
will be
don't know. I think they'll do some variation of them because, they said with the Dragonfly they done the Night Force versions of Crazy Leg and Ripcord because they wanted to save them for general release. So we might get a.
But then they also said that if you didn't get that Crazy Legs with the if you didn't get him with the HasLab, you weren't going to get him at all.
No, that's true. Yeah,
They
that's
said
true.
the same thing with Ripcord,
Right.
but then they made Ripcord too.
Right. Yeah. I don't know who it was, and I'm not. You'll have to. I would love to give named credit. This is not an original thought on my part. Somebody said in the last few days, and I thought this was actually a stellar, smoking hot idea. And you want to make up for that stupid patch deal in this HasLab? You put Quinn in the mix with that Snowcat as one of the figures. You won't be able to make that thing fast enough.
No.
That I believe. If you gave
I
us a
agree with
Quinn
you on that.
figure in classified, man, oh man.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I just don't think there's
Oh, you are.
volume there. I don't think there's
You
enough
are.
volume there for HasLab.
What's that?
You are.
I don't think there's enough volume there for HasLab out for one of them. I say them something like an All Striker.
No, you're wrong, bro. Put an All Striker next to a Snowcat.
No, there's a lot more going on.
It's
with a
twice the
Snowcat.
size of it.
Yeah.
if
A
they make it
snowcat's
to
the
where
same length as a hiss. The hiss is just a little
Maybe I'm,
taller.
think,
Exactly.
maybe I'm thinking about something else.
You
Yeah,
gotta
These
be.
things were small back in the 3 3/4
No.
scale. I thought that was just tiny.
but
The
if
hiss
they
was
make it,
Maybe I'm thinking of
snowcat
something
was
else.
that long, man.
if
It
they
was
make
every
it
bit
where
of-
you can open the back and put more figures inside of it,
Exactly.
that's because that's kind of what they done with the hiss to make it more
Right.
appealing.
And
Yeah,
the
they
picture
showed
we
that
saw
Boyd and
on the
did
back
something
of
to
that packaging, you could see where it looked like the back of the thing come down.
I
mean-
do
Yeah.
think if they left the bells and whistles off and just made a basic snowcat, they could have done it as a Pulse exclusive and saved something,
Yeah.
saved it
Yes.
smaller
Yeah.
or something. For
I
that.
agree. Yeah,
Well, see,
I
that's what
agree.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because I would much rather have a Mauler or a Mobat.
But
Well, I would
well,
too, but
Yeah,
am I excited
but
about a
for-
snowcat? Yeah, dang right I am.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about it. But
'Cause that's my second
yeah.
favorite trooper.
Yeah, and on the other hand, I can see so many options as far as tiers for that thing too. A snowcat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we know we're only going to get about 3 tiers. So.
and they, they could a
Yeah.
polar battle bear could be included with it.
Could
that'd
be
be cool.
because it was a very tiny.
I mean, it
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
take much to add one of them.
No.
Really.
Yeah, the polar bear, the devilfish, and like the recon sled, Silver Mirage. I mean, they were all like the super entry level. You could easily, and let's face it, the little hovercraft that came on the back of the Havoc wasn't that much smaller than a battle bear, the polar
No.
bear, or so. I mean, no, it's a good
Well,
point. You could include a polar bear.
Look
Exactly.
at
with it.
look at what they did last year with the Star Wars Cantina. If you done the
Mhm.
plus, you got the extra part that went on it. They
Yep.
could do a
Right.
plus and add the polar battle bear to it.
Right.
Pretty easy, I think.
Yep. No, I think you're right. I think you're right.
And also, you got to look at GI Joe ain't got don't have very many Arctic forces in the line right now. We got
Snow job
one.
is it. Snow job is it.
Snow jobs. Yep. And which is very strange considering that one of the most popular figures ever
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Alpine's in there.
was V2 Stalker,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean,
Yep.
so
We could very well get that one in it
you
Now
could
that I could see
with a
being
kayak.
Yeah.
with a kayak
mean-
rack on it. Yeah, that would be
Yep.
pretty cool.
I mean,
that would be very cool.
it would
So-
be. But yeah, he was one of the
Yeah,
most popular troops there was.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah.
you
Snow
can throw Iceberg. You can throw Iceberg in there too.
Oh yeah. Yep. So
No, they I mean, considering that they're kind of going away from retail, they may have changed their stance on saving those for general release. They could go ahead and put Iceberg and Blizzard in there with it. But
they could, yeah.
it
they
ain't like they ain't
I
changed
mean-
their mind before on stuff.
Honestly, think about it. If it is a snowcat, what can you put with it that would draw people to buy that? That's not snow related.
Oh,
I mean, like Dave said, Quinn, he's
Yeah.
snow related.
yeah, he is. Yeah, Quinn the Eskimo. I'm telling you right
So
now.
I
they would
mean,
kill it.
I could possibly see maybe a Duke with
I don't see-
with a coat, the overcoat, like from the movie.
Now, Quinn, the
I wouldn't buy it.
you get your own. Quinn, the Eskimo, was that the one that saved Snake Eyes in the cartoon?
No, not in the cartoon. Quinn was never in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Quinn was a major character for the first pre
19 issues.
pre-silent issue.
yeah.
Well, 19 issues.
I mean,
He died in the
Quinn was a
19th issue.
major. I mean, he killed Dr. Venom, and
Yeah.
Venom killed him. That was I mean, it was like he and Snake Eyes on this super road trip from Miami to Spring. I mean, it was just awesome stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Quinn is. We got a 20. Was it a 25th or a 50th figure of Quinn finally, John?
They did. They
Super
did
7
one
did
in
one.
the comic packs with the O-ring, and then later, they did one in the 4-inch scale, didn't they? The 20.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And it's
Super
funny
7
because
done the
Arctic Snake Eyes in the 25th has got Quinn's necklace.
Right.
Yeah. And they did the Super 7 did the Quinn with the snow sled and the dogs here
No.
recently.
No,
that was the old man.
That was the old man.
Oh yeah, that was old man. That was right.
The
You're right.
blind old man that saved
Yeah.
Snake Eyes from the
You're right.
radiation
See,
poisoning.
that's why I was getting
That's
mixed up. That.
You know what? They can't. You could do Quinn, but if you're going to do the blind old man, the first thing everybody's going to want is that sled in the team.
Oh, yeah.
You can't just do him as a sole figure. But Quinn,
Well,
Exactly.
you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It
Quinn
ain't
would
like
kill it.
it ain't like they couldn't modify the timber sculpt and make a team for it.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Say that would have made a lot more sense than doing Cold Slither do the old man with the dog sled team. And if you was going to do the Arctic Cat and you already got radioactive snake eyes in the bird.
What if we get that guy in his team and then we get a mask device for the HasLab?
They've said no to the mask. They've said no to the mask.
They said no.
They said it's just too huge.
Well, yeah, that's what I tell people if I didn't want it to leak out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this literally could be.
We're not going to do any big planes or anything, but here's a rattler for the next.
Here's a rattler.
This might be a complete snow job. I mean, it's complete. I mean, and Steeler and the Mobat show up at the end of I have no idea.
Either way, I wouldn't be disappointed.
I will tell you this though. The one thing that bothers me about Snowcat is John's 100% right. If that turns into some type of troop carrier type vehicle, that would make me feel better. Because let's face it, everybody's Thunder Machine. There isn't a whole lot of size difference and complexity difference between the Thunder Machine and the Snowcat.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that worries me about them maybe going smaller with the HasLabs than what we've been thinking. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Would you be better with smaller and more figures or bigger and less figures like they've been doing?
Ooh.
Think about it. If you've done a Snowcat and you got 4 figures instead of 3, would that be better for you or stick with the bigger vehicle like the Rattler with only 3 figures? Well, wait.
Well,
yeah, 3 figures. And patches.
Well, if you go with the 4 figures, that knocks $100 off the price of the vehicle right there. You can see your $100 value right there in the 4 figures.
Exactly.
I done heard the dropping the patch tier and adding hand warmer to your hand warmer. Get the little hand warmers with G.I. Joe on them.
That's right.
Don't give me any ideas, John.
I heard the patches out. They're just going to send you a pack of hot hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't give me any ideas.
HD did actually they weren't HDs. They didn't make those snowmobiles. I know I worked on a few of them back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a good idea though. You get Quinn on a Harley. The Cadillac would be cool. Come on, let's face it.
Yeah.
Snake Eyes with the cowboy hat after shooting crabs, going down the road with Quinn and the convertible Cadillac. Come on, man. Sign us up. That's pretty close to that car Corey was showing. That'd be pretty cool. Snake Eyes.
Right. Yeah, I think we can all agree on one thing. This HasLab's going to be pretty cool, regardless of what it is.
I hope so. And we're not even going to have to wait for very long.
Quinn would seal it for him.
Oh, Quinn, yeah, I would be like in the first 2 people that signed up for it if a Quinn figure.
No, there ain't no doubt.
Yeah, no, I would actually sell Emmett to the circus. Without any hesitation.
That doesn't make as much money as it used to, though.
I don't really care.
I thought you wanted to buy a HasLab.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We were going to buy a HasLab too. What are you going to
better throw in Silas if you want that to happen.
No, I need Silas around here to mow the lawn.
He actually could mow the lawn too. Instead of making me.
All right. John, what the heck have you got going on this week?
Well, to start out with, we're talking about quality control. Back, I don't know, when these come out, and they went on clearance, I ended up buying 2 of them. I don't know why I bought 2 of the Batwing. I only got like 1 of the Superman vehicles and all that. The other day, I decided to put my Batman figure in because I've had this one open for a while. And I was sitting there pressing the button trying to get the canopy to open, and it wouldn't open. I realized there was a piece of tape on it. I took the tape off, but when I did, the whole thing popped out. Now, look, you can see how that's gapped. The whole thing it's completely broke off. Look at that.
That's terrible.
Oh.
The pieces are down in there to the thing that holds it on. I thought, what in the world? I didn't know because I was trying to force it up if I'd done that or what. I don't know. So I thought, well,
okay, I get yours.
it's a good thing I bought 2 of these when they were on clearance because guess what? Now this one's broke. So Friday, I found my other one that I still had in the box, opened it up. It was broke just like it right out of the box. The thing was in pieces. So I don't know if anybody else is watching that got one of these and opened it. If you did, I'm curious. Is yours broke? Did you have problems with it, or is it intact?
I just sent Emmett upstairs to get mine. We'll open it right now.
I got the, I got the black version that come with a helicopter, and I'm afraid to even touch it after seeing what happened to that. I'm hoping if there was an issue, they fixed it when they done this one. But like I said, I'm afraid to even touch it now because I definitely don't want this one to break.
Touch it. Touch it.
Do it.
Touch it.
No, I'm not going to touch it. Not going to do it. But anyway.
I just cracked the tape on this one. Let's see.
While Dave's opening his, I'll just let everybody know. It's been a couple of months. I think the heat's died down enough. So if anybody needs a Supergirl, $100. Buy 2 or more, $65 a piece.
Hello, 911.
Okay. All right. So
Hello, 911. I know where all the Supergirls are.
Just shoot me a PM. No.
Yeah, I told Dave. I told Shane how jealous I was of you earlier today.
Yeah, I went into that honey hole of a Target that Shane's always telling me about that I never seem to find anything. And I walked around the corner. Actually, Nancy said, "Look, here's some on the end cap down here." And I walked, and there she was, sitting right up there in the wide open. And so of course I grabbed it because the only one they only had just the one. I do see what people's talking about. If you look at her knees, they are a different color red, and her ankles. But not enough to really notice for me. I mean, I'm cool with it. I just think it's a good looking figure. I think they've done a good job on it, and I'm just glad to see that she's not wearing red pants with her red boots like the other one. So, anyway, but just a little something to throw out here. So I've been going back and trying to
it's just you, John.
Does yours work? I can't believe both of mine were broke. And I'm wondering if that other one was. That might have been while they was on clearance. Somebody probably dropped the whole case of them.
See, this is the thing. This is what happens to you, Marvel Legends guys, and you deserve it.
When you show that figure, they're going to start yelling at you. All in the chat, there's going to be an uprising.
I'm sorry. No, I am genuinely sorry yours are broken, but no, this one was taped, and it's fine. So I mean,
I don't know. That's crazy. I couldn't believe both of them was broke. When
that is weird. That really is. Let me see. No, I don't need it broken.
There's a button on it.
John, I'm supposed to go back over to Muscle Shows tomorrow, and they got 2 of those on clearance last time I was over last week. I will get both of them to see if there's a decent one out of the 2. I'll send you one.
All right. No, man,
so the odds are your black one is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And I opened it and put Batman in it when I first opened it, but I'm like, well, I don't know.
Unless the ghost of Jim Aparo and Denny O'Neil have it out for you because of the Marvel Legends thing. I mean,
I guess
Julie Schwartz is out to get you because you're not a DC fan. You don't deserve any of this.
For many years now, I'm just about done with new stuff other than the Joe stuff. I'll get a Marvel Legend going forward if it's a character I really want, but I think I don't know. I'm just kind of burnt out, and I'd rather do vintage stuff because I know what I got to get.
Yeah.
And how much room I'm going to need to display it and all that because they keep putting stuff out, and I just give up. So I've always wanted to go and try to get all the Kenner Batmans because they were well over 200, just the Batmans, not counting the other figures.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I've started on that conquest, a little here and there, picking them up. And I've been trying to get them carded, so I know that they're in mint condition, and I have all the accessories when I open them. And plus, I like the cards because it gives the details about how the accessories work and all that. So I kind of just in case somebody else has got the same thing, I have boxes of card backs, and I actually got a binder and the sheet protectors and put them in it. So
Nice.
now I can just flip through them, and I got them all here organized. So just something I'd share in case somebody else has got a problem with what do I do with all these card backs. I don't want to throw them away, but I don't want to, have a box full of them laying around. I want to be able to see them. Well, this you can just stick on a shelf, and voila, right?
Yeah, I
But
see
anyway.
my favorite killer Batman in there amongst all of them when you flipping.
Which one was that?
The Michael Keaton one where you add the armor parts to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you talking about the Dark Knight collection, or you talking about the Toy Biz?
The Dark Knight, I think.
The tech suit. Yeah, that I
When
know.
I was the way. It was the one he was. You take all his stuff off, and he was Bruce Wayne, but you add all that stuff back to him. Batman,
which one was it? Yeah, I forget what it was called, but yeah, it's I got it in there somewhere. But yeah, I know what you're talking about now. But now what I wanted to talk about tonight, I just thought that Nancy said, "Oh, that's a cool idea. You want to share it?" So I said, "Well, I put it on in case somebody wanted." What I wanted to talk about was these books right here, and I don't know if y'all have seen them or not. It's Creating G.I. Joe, and there's 15 volumes of them. They're not very big. They're about around 60 to 80 pages a piece.
And I got every one of them.
And do you?
No.
Well,
close.
You're probably going to want them now once you see this, because I went. So you can get them on Big Bad Toy Store, and you can see there the retail on them is $55, and that's what they are on Big Bad Toy Store. And let's get down here, Jelly Bean. I don't need your help right now. Okay. But if you go to Steel City Publishing, which is what I did, and buy them direct from them, you can get all 15 volumes plus they actually done a card back for the unproduced Night Force Backstop and Rumbler. And you get 3 slip covers. So they got artwork on the back of the slip covers.
Oh, nice.
That they go in. So you got there's Destro and Baroness. Slide these. Well, I'll stick them back in a minute.
There, it won't go in.
Now, what was the place you went to, John?
Steel City Publishing. Just type it. I think it's creatinggijoe.com. This is pretty cool. Got Mainframe and Zorana. I guess from the episode, where they were kind of falling for one another.
Mm-hmm.
And then this last one's got Flint and Lady J. So it's kind of like couples, really, when you think about it. But I sent Shane some pictures of some of the content in it, just so you guys can kind of see. The last 2 volumes, volume 14 and 15, are nothing but unproduced toys from the line. And I'm going to tell you, I just took a picture of something I thought was pretty interesting. There's some stuff in there. There's some vehicles in there that if they'd ever made them, they would have been fantastic. But unfortunately, we just, they never, either something happened. A lot of them changed. A lot of the vehicles we know and love originally started out totally different. But you can see in the contents page, it kind of shows you, it covers certain figures or certain characters and certain vehicles from each year. But through all 15 books, you pretty much see just about all the characters that were made and all the vehicles. Plus, like I said, a lot of the unproduced stuff.
Scottish Trooper? That must have been somebody with Destro.
Yeah, and I got a picture of that one later on. So this was the Baroness. They were actually going to do the Baroness in the Battle Corps in 95. But as y'all know, 94 was the last year for the line, so they canceled the Real American Hero after 94. I would have loved to had the updated Baroness, and this was kind of one of the concept drawings, or two of the concept drawings of what she would look like for the battle corps.
Oh my God, it's WWE China.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But I mean, of course, you can't really read it on there. It's a small print. A lot of these run Rudat design, and if you read some of them, it'll even tell you that he don't even remember designing some of these. Or
Oh, I bet that's true. Yeah.
He remembers like parts of them, but he don't remember what their names were, or what they a lot of things about it. But you can see it. It just gives you a lot of detail about and a lot of the background artwork and all. The guy that put this together, man, he had to spend a lot of time on this. He had to spend a lot of time with Ron and a lot of time with other Hasbro people to get all these drawings and all this information. But I mean,
what is with her arms? Her arms are ridiculously long, aren't they?
They are.
yeah. Oh, in the drawings, yeah.
Yeah.
In the drawing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better for body slamming people, man.
Yeah, from across the room. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Talk about reach out and touch someone.
Yeah. That is not an attractive woman, by the way.
Not at all.
No, that's not. That's not. There he is.
Scottish trooper right there.
Hi, laddie.
And it's
Hey,
cool.
Scotty.
Like, I don't think I got a picture of it, but like you see over there to the right, there's different color schemes. Like like the Cobra Condor. I don't know if you remember the Condor. It was a plane that turned into you could take it apart.
Yes.
They had it. There's like one page that's got it in all different kind of color schemes. I guess when they were trying to determine what color they wanted to make, and so you get to see it in yellow and red and blue, and it's kind of neat. It's just really neat stuff because it's stuff that you get to see what we didn't ever get,
Right.
or you get to see what we got compared to what it was when they first come up with the idea. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Like here's the HISS tank. So originally they kind of designed the HISS where it would open from the bottom to put the figures in instead of the canopy on the top.
Boy, lead with the drivers, huh? Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
Huh.
And you can see up there the picture, they got the picture of the actual boxed HISS up there, what it actually looks like.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's really cool to see a lot of this stuff. I mean, this is stuff that probably hadn't been seen in 30 or 40 years.
Right, yeah.
And probably archived away somewhere. They planned doing a shipwreck, sort of like they did Gung Ho. They were going to do a shipwreck in the naval dress uniform.
That's neat.
That would have been great. I would have loved to have that. I think that would have been really cool.
Well, Polly's even dressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good in the Navy dress.
Yeah. White shoes and the slacks and all that. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's one I'd like to have had.
The original concept of Nemesis Enforcer, which I think we can agree that's probably one that they did improve when they created it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes like the Grinch in the face.
He does, don't he? He does.
He's
Really
like a
look like
reptile. I mean, reptile with a
coming
nose. That's kind of weird.
He's coming to steal all the G.I. Joe's toys from under the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that is
improved him.
about two sizes. Actually. Yeah, it's funny.
They improved him.
Yeah.
Huh.
This is just a little thing like the gallery of toy design. One of the pages in there opening up. I don't know what. This, I forgot what they called it. Now I thought I got the name in the
Looks like it
picture.
says the spoiler.
That was the original, the spoiler?
Now I was thinking it had another name. Is that the only picture I sent you of it, Shane?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. That's actually cool. That was cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that was they were going to re-release the battle platform for the Battle Corps, and they called it Battle Corps Rangers to start off with. And you can even see a picture of the box they did up there for it.
Mm-hmm.
But well, of course, we never got it. And
Now that could be doable on 112.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool to have one of them in the 6-inch scale.
Oh, and that's snow related too, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You got a snow serpent there and a
Yep.
Big Ben. Snow outfit, Big Ben.
There you
Pretty
go. There's
cool.
our HasLab for this year.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, I would say.
Probably $800, but the
Yeah.
the drawings of the vamp that was
The
based
original
off the
vamp,
who was it? Ferrari put it out.
Ferrari.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ferrari,
Yeah.
Yeah, I take it these are not in order. So there was
No.
re-released the whale was a battle force or battle. They was gonna call it Seawolf, and re-release it for the battle core. That would have been awesome. I like that color scheme too. That kind of light gray. I think that would have been cool.
Yep.
Huh.
The Seawolf wouldn't make no sense. I mean, because that's not a seaworthy vessel.
It's a do what now?
You wouldn't see a hovercraft on the sea.
That's where it was mainly driven at, was on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
they're
the water,
amphibious
yeah, but I'm talking
landers.
about not. Yeah, I'm talking about like you wouldn't sit out in the deep sea or anything. Seawolf really wouldn't make no sense.
Oh.
I
Interesting.
dig it.
That is
And once
neat.
again, it looks like it's a snow related deal.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, they're well.
Who's this
they're-
cat here on this gun?
Is that Rorschach?
That's been saying it's got to be one of the October Guard.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, even there he is, even in a figure.
Those colors are
On the
interesting, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Huh.
I
I'd buy
would
it.
like to have a well for a HasLab.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
There's another one of those.
I might look and see what that. I think that was in the first book. I thought I got a picture of the name of it. But maybe it was a spoiler. I can't remember.
Cobra Revenge was to be Cobra's answer to the general. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's and that you can tell that's actually like a model, a mock-up.
Mhm.
I mean, where they actually created the prototype for it. I wish they had something to show the scale to it, because if it's supposed to counter the general, I'm assuming it would be pretty large.
Yeah, it'd have to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I just thought it was kind of unique.
That kind of reminds me of something from Mad Max.
It does.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The Cobra Revenge.
Nancy, come get your cat.
Meow.
She's knocking my books off. There's another concept.
Cool
of the disc.
his. Check that out.
Look at that with the three wheels that kind of, I guess, roll over.
I think they're glad they passed on the 3-wheel version now. There.
It'd be like that RC car they had out there at one time.
Yeah.
Remember it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It had the 3 wheels on it. It'd roll over anything.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though.
Remember the ones that had the claws that would come out?
Yeah. Out of the
Yeah.
tires. Yep.
Yeah.
Mamba.
The Mamba. Now that I would have liked that. I mean, I like the Mamba the way it is, but that looks pretty cool. It's got more of a square design, or
Definitely square. Yeah. Sharp edges.
Mm-hmm.
it kind of reminds me of from Mask,
Yeah.
the helicopter from Mask.
That's interesting though. There's just one side pod, not two on that one.
Oh, there's a second one.
Yeah,
Is there? I
thought-
can't even see
Yeah.
it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think
Like
the glare
it's in
kind
there.
of blocks it out over there.
Oh,
very
there's a
slim.
line there. Okay. Yeah.
And I think there was another design on there too. I don't know. Like I said, I don't look like these are in order, so we'll probably.
Now, I downloaded these so fast, John.
So this was originally their female ninja that was gonna come out, called the Lotus, Steel Lotus. I don't know why it says Lotus Steel up there, but I think it was a Steel Lotus or whatever. And then they ended up making her Jinx instead. So, which I thought that was kind of neat. You know.
I could have went either way on that one. I like Jinx, but I think she's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
now
There's
that's
your-
cool.
There's your Apache, which was going to be a Cobra Actually, Dreadnought. He was going to be a Dreadnought.
Why'd you do that to me?
Yeah. Yeah, I put that in there for you, Shane, because I thought you probably liked that.
That's cool.
I just like him because he's Native American.
Yeah. I guess he would have kind of been the Dreadnought's counter to Spirit.
Right.
You sure he wasn't scrapped? Yeah, you sure he wasn't scrapped for Naugahyde?
Nah, that's cool.
Now, there's some different concepts of Naugahyde in there, too.
Or Major Blood.
Yeah. And that, if you read in the fine print on that, it does say that is armor on his arm and chest. That is not a robotic arm, which is what I've always thought, because he has the rocket launching pistol, so he had to have armor. Plus, they said they added the armor to make him look meaner and cooler too. So,
yeah, and
I
that was
always thought
never
it was an arm too.
there was never any mention in the comics of that being a robotic or cybernetic arm. So
that's why I was kind of hoping when they done the retro carded one, it would have been just a regular armored arm like the original. But
right,
I don't know. They chose to stick to that.
I think that retro card was a fail.
Yeah. But you
Pretty
see,
neat.
well,
just
some of the figures have definitely been modernized. I mean, not necessarily for the better.
but you can see all the different helmets and things, and the different concept drawings. And these books are just full of that for every character. I mean, every character, you can see what they could have possibly looked like.
Nomad looks cool.
Nomad.
That's neat.
That's what that was that we saw earlier, Shane. Yeah.
Nomad.
That's the drawing of it, yeah. And they actually created like I said, a prototype of it, but it never made it to market.
I think that'd have been cool if it made it to market.
Yep. It's just showing kind of the drawings for the Cobra Trooper, and there's some more on the vamp. This was
it's funny.
The shark.
That's a shark.
Yeah, I mean, it actually looked more like a shark in the original concept drawings, which I actually think that looks kind of cool. I mean, I like the shark the way it is, but I kind of think that looks cool. But yeah. I mean,
Yep.
Cool. Did not know that.
yeah.
Patchy.
I said there's a lot of stuff in here that, I mean, you look at it, you wouldn't even recognize some of the vehicles by the time they actually.
Boy, that looks familiar.
That looks real familiar.
There you go. There's your train, Dave. I threw that in there for you.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. All the detail of the tank. There's like two more pictures, I think, of it. It's got all the. So here's a Defiant. Now this is interesting. You see that little thing down there at the bottom right? It's called the Might.
The Might, yeah. Is it a
It says
lander?
it was originally supposed to be remote control, and you could run it up into the back of the Defiant, and then it would make the Defiant move, and the Defiant was going to have lights and all on it too.
Oh God!
But because of the cost, they cut that. But that actually would have attached to the inside of the Defiant, and then you could have remote control and move the Defiant with it. But I think probably because of the sheer weight of the Defiant that that become unfeasible.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a car battery hooked to it to give it enough power to.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 80 might.
Yeah, one of the old 6 volts or something, because it was just like, man.
Yeah. But I did like the sleek look of the Defiant.
It is kind of cool, isn't it? The booster is much better.
Yeah. That's more of the train there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, I just some of the pictures I thought was kind of neat I threw in there. I hadn't really had time to go through all these books and really just read them and look at them. I mean, like I said, I'm still going through that book we got at Toyland, that big book. I ain't got through it yet. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty cool. I mean,
very cool. Actually, very cool.
All of them.
And like I said, that's just a small fraction of what it's in there. And I mean, there's all kind of characters. There's a lot more dreadnoks that they had planned. There's a lot of other stuff they had planned. You know, though they got into those the aliens. You know, when in the Star Star Brigade,
Star Brigade,
Our
yeah.
brigade.
they had those. They made those three. The what was it? Predacon, Lobotomax, and Carcass. And there's drawings for several more that they were planning on doing. The Manimals. I remember there were 6 Manimals that they were planning on doing, and then they actually what was it 2000, 2001? They actually released them as KB exclusives. They did 3 of the 6, but they never did do the other 3. I don't know if they just didn't sell well. I think now they're kind of expensive to find them, but they're actually more than 6 of them in there too. The drawings for them, and there was I thought I must have left some pictures off because there was a couple more.
Yeah, that was all you sent.
Was it? Yeah, because I thought I had a few more. There was one.
Thank the Lord. Just
There
kidding,
was
John.
one. I was gonna see if I could find it because it was in that first one. Oh yeah, here's the other look of the Mamba. There,
Yeah, colors are the same. That's interesting.
Yeah,
it's
that
a little more
pretty
round.
cool.
This is the first one. Yeah, there was a Cobra vehicle called the Tarantula. I was trying to find it. I think it was in this first.
I got to tell you though, what I would be very interested in looking at a lot of those photos for the train to try. I know it's way outside of my depth, but to try to create decals for them.
Oh yeah.
That was the Tarantula.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah. And I thought I must have not have got all of them, but they had of course, we all know about Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah.
In order to save money for the paint apps, they chose to do one figure all black. Originally, Snake Eyes was supposed to just be wearing a half mask, and he had a mustache.
Yeah.
You could see the lower half of his face, and he had a mustache. But when they decided to make him one solid color, and I think it said he was supposed to have silver and red highlights, was what they originally intended. But I mean, like I said, it's pretty cool. I just got all kind of stuff in there like that. I mean, just all kind of different characters. I mean, there you see like Overlord, 2 different paint schemes, and just I mean, to me, if you go buy the whole set, because you're talking $55 a piece, you're talking about a little over $800 to buy them if you bought them individually. But you can go in there and get the whole set for $320, I think. Plus, you get the slip covers and that card back. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
John there was showing stuff when I was flipping through the pictures. Kind of got my interest piqued. As far as this Yojo June come up every week. Where's Iron Grenadier Destro at?
My guess is next year.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like there's any space for him this year at all in any of the listings that were released already. There's not a lot of empty spaces left in that the big list that came out. I don't think we'll see IG Destro this year, unless he's a deluxe figure of some kind.
Well, they throw the little cherry in with it.
Yeah, it's a spoiler. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I'll have to look into those books. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I showed you the back. I don't know if I showed you the front, because on the front you got red and then blue, and then the other one's white. So you got red, white, and blue on the front. And but yeah, like I said, volume 14 and 15 are nothing but unproduced prototypes and drawings and things that never was produced. And it's pretty cool. Like I said, when we get on up in our years and we end up, storing our toys or selling them because we can't do much. At least we can sit there and look at these books and have these books to go back to and look at and read and
they're $450 right now for the entire set.
Yeah. Is that what it's showing?
Yep, volumes 1 through 15 with 3 slipcase and not forced card back.
Okay.
$450.
It did say get it now for that, so it might have been a sale they were running when I got it. I got it about 2 weeks ago.
Well,
yeah.
still. I mean,
Yeah.
still.
Well, yeah, I mean that's still looking. even at 450, that's still about half price.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at over $800 for all 15 of them. But
the original price is $885.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So are they still producing more of them, or is that run down?
Oh yeah. No, they're producing them.
Yeah.
No, I mean they'll be like 16, 7 other volumes.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh no, I think that's it. I think 15 volumes is off because apparently they've been out for a while, and I'd seen them a while back, and then I was going to look into it, and I never did. And I can't remember what got me turned on them here about a month or so ago. And because I hadn't seen anybody in any other groups or anything talking about them. So that's what was weird about it. And when you go to look, like I said, they're, I guess maybe people don't really care about prototypes. I don't know, or stuff like that. But I do. I like stuff like that. To me, it's interesting to see like a lot of those characters that we could have had that we never did have. But I don't know. There's a lot of we're talking about ninjas earlier. There's a lot of different ninjas, concepts for different ninjas and different things in there. I mean, they're cool. And like I said, if you can't come off on that much at one time, if you can buy them one at a time, it's still worth it to get them.
Sure.
You don't get the neat slip cases to put them in, but still.
Well, can I ask you a question? Can you buy them out of order? Can you buy volume 14 and 15?
Yeah, I don't. In fact, I don't know if Big Bad Toy Stores even got all the volumes. I think they probably sold out of a few of them. So you'd have to go there to the Steel City Publishing to actually get the ones that that they're missing. But I think you can buy them off there individually.
You can buy them individually.
Just as a reminder, Command Files Volume 2, After Action Report. You got 21 days left on the Kickstarter. So if you were gonna back that, don't forget it, because that 3 weeks is gonna disappear quick.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, actually, right, Corey, if you go on there right now, it looks like they're all on sale for $29.99 if you buy them individually.
Mine are saying 24.
Really?
Volume 6, $21.99. Volume 5, $24.99. Volume 7, $24.99. Volume 9, $29.99. Volume 10, $29.99. It's just different prices on a lot of them,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I do say 24.
Volume 13 is $34.99.
thicker book or something.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Yeah, probably a few, because I think they said some of them. That one, the first volume had like 68 pages, I think. But I think some of them's got 80. I was trying to find on there and see if it still showed.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah, it's showing on mine 452 now. So yeah, I must have caught it when it was on the sale or something.
Probably so.
The bundle deal.
That's cool though.
So,
Look at me.
It's still pretty good stuff for information.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
When the stream is every Tuesday?
What
was that?
The Yojo Gin, when they stream every Tuesday or Thursday?
Somebody said the rumor was on the 11th, so that's coming out to be Wednesdays, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I
I don't think there's anything official. I'm not sure. I don't know.
What you got, Dave?
Emmett wants to show you this Hulk quick because we're going to run out of time real quick, and then I do want to show you a couple things. Hulk smash. It's a great figure. I mean, that's a great figure. I don't, we saw this video. This guy was in here hacking away with a Dremel to get the crunch. Like basically, he likes the idea of his Hulk bending over at the waist or something. It's just like, you know what? If he were real, he couldn't. So why are you doing that? That's a great figure. I love that. It's bright green. It's comic. This is a comic book Hulk. This is just awesome. I love it. The hands, the heads.
I mean, there's one head that's not great. But
yeah. This one, I'm not sure what iteration this was. It's
kind of got a smirk on his face, huh?
Yeah, he's got a not so much good guy going on here.
It almost kind of looks like a smart Hulk.
It looks like the smart Hulk, John, but the thing is his eyes are all white.
Yeah.
There's something else going on there. I don't know if this was Immortal Hulk or something, or I don't know.
Teeth Cleaning Day Hulk. He's showing his teeth.
I love it. Okay. So, can you do the Dave Cam 001?
Yeah, you have to put it back up.
It's up. It should be up.
I don't have it.
He took it out.
I got you now.
Oh, I'm gonna shut that off.
Echo.
Okay, how's that? If it will shut off. Is that better?
I see the big dog.
No. Dog's not feeling good. He's hanging out with me. Okay, so here's where we're at.
Now, John.
Lost you, Dave.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I don't know what it did. Stupid phone. I had to get a new phone because my other one absolutely died. It should be back on this thing.
I got you.
Now, you guys see that?
Oh yeah, I see it.
Still a work in progress. We had days where we had 3 power flickers from storms this past week, which means you lose about 20 hours of print time because they're failed prints. So, but I can tell you, anybody that was telling you Hasbro was going to make a whale as a HasLab,
Yeah, no.
that's not happening.
This table is giant. This takes up
it's
most of the table.
it's just not happening. I mean, it's complete in there. And there's a cockpit in there, and like I said, you guys get the idea. Again, work in progress, but that's the whale. I'm hoping to have more of it done next week. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's really
What's
cool.
Who made these files?
What?
Who made these files?
Stephen Koch? Why?
Yeah, you have to give credit to the person who made the
No,
files.
I don't actually. So that's a whale. That's a classified scale whale. You want
So
you
cool.
want a tease? You want a tease for the next project?
You're all probably going to know what it is.
You want a tease?
Hang on.
Sure,
Let me-
give us a tease.
You ready?
We're ready. Oh, that is going to be a tomahawk, I bet you.
And believe it or not, this is a failed print.
It's 1 millimeter.
Yeah,
right
it's
on the
very frustrating. This was a power outage. So can you guys see? Can you see that seam right there?
Just
You
barely,
see
yeah.
what it did? You see what it did
Uh-huh.
when we lost the power?
Yeah,
It
it was
reset
kind of,
itself by like a 0.5 millimeter
yeah.
and then continued to print. So frustrating as that is, this is a failed print, which stinks. But
I mean, if someone wants to buy it for photo shooting,
this is what's coming after I get the whale finished. I will tell you this much.
that also wouldn't be a HasLab.
The number of failed prints is still somewhere like maybe 10-15%. I've got a lot of the stuff ironed out of the machine, but it's been these stupid storms. If the power flickers at all, the computer just doesn't like it. And these 3D printers are very precise, and if it hits a little hiccup, not so much. I cannot. We tried desperately to get the bottom of the whale printed in that rubber,
Yeah.
because I thought that would be really cool. It's just not going to work. That particular material is just not made for pieces of that size. There are, as it stands right now, just what you're looking at with the whale right now. There are 18 separate body pieces. And they're somewhere, I think the smallest ones are like 10-hour prints to give you an idea of how much time I've actually spent on that whale.
My printer does some of the pieces faster.
It does some of the smaller stuff faster, but it doesn't have the quality that the big one does. So we're kind of stuck.
Right.
And I have to be honest with you, at this point in time, I got to slow down because I'm going to burn up this printer. And it's about, we're guessing somewhere between the filament dryer and the printer itself, it's somewhere about $65 to $70 a month to run it continuously in electricity.
Wow.
And I'm buying, because of failed prints, I'm buying filament like I actually have money. So, so I'm gonna slow down. So it's looking like at Gadsden, I'm gonna have a train there for sale. I'm going to have a whale, probably this whale, there for sale. A tomahawk for sale, and then hopefully one other. And I have an idea what I'm going to do.
He's told me, but I forgot.
For those of you that were thinking I was hopefully going to have a moray there, I can tell you right now, even though it's only the first week in June, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to have time enough to do it with one printer.
Especially with
I
the
wanted,
these days.
I wanted to have a night raven there. That's not going to happen. I wanted to have the pieces for the modernized and modern Terradrome. That's not going to happen.
Well,
I was thinking, believe it or not, I was thinking about doing a snow camp. That I don't think I'm going to waste the plastic on until I know for sure what Hasbro's doing.
Right.
There is one other option, and I think you guys are really going to like it. And I think it's considerably more simple than the rest of these, but I think you're really going to like it. So I'm kind of stuck, guys. I think I'm gonna have these there. They're going to be for sale.
can you mute it and tell me what it is?
No. Why? I'm leaving here in 2 minutes.
Well, no, you have to show those things that you have.
No, I'm not showing those tonight.
Casual.
No. Well, yeah, show that if you want to real quick.
Because this is what
I'm hoping to have at least 4 things for sale there, and I have to pay for the printer that I have before I can even think about buying any more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but if I'm gonna make a run at this, and you guys are going to decide whether I'm making a run at it or not. If you think there's business for these things, then I'll make them and buy more printers. If it's just not going to be, I'm not going to spend the money. I'll build things as people want them. That's the way that'll go. So, but we'll see how we make out at Gadsden. Go ahead, show Emmett.
These are what I'm going to sell.
One of the things I'm going to sell.
Yeah, one of the things. Can you just guess what it is?
I'm going to guess it's from that TV show Fallout.
No. It's a robot claw from Warhammer, but this has much more of a use than.
Okay, show them what the use is.
See, you always have your drink.
Oh.
Grabs onto your drink.
I thought it was the Indiana Jones drunk cup holder.
There you go. Right. Exactly. Come to the little bag of sand. Yeah.
Now, these are going to have logos on this part of them when they're finished, but this is one of the things I'm going to be selling.
Cool.
It's a neat little thing for gamers or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't want to spill their drinks all over everything.
Oh, it works too. I've shaken the table with the drink.
Yeah. So that's where we're at with that. The stuff is really awesome. It's really cool. It's just like I said, Phil. There are on this whale right now. There are 2 major pieces. There's about 22 hours of reprint because 2 of the major pieces on this are actually failed prints. But I wanted to have it sitting so you guys can see it. So,
Because
and
that's not 100%.
there is 562 hours on my printer already.
Well, I can almost guarantee you'll sell it down there.
I really wish I could afford to go to something like Joe Fest or Joe Lanta, because the market is so much larger. But
Yeah.
I will tell you this: things like this, and I have to double check on a few of them, but specifically the Tomahawk and a couple of the others. There are only 20 people that have the commercial license to print and sell these, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a few other the vehicles that I have that I have the commercial license to that no one else is going to do. So I think the whale is awesome, but it's going to be limited because it's so immense. This one I think will sell very well because it's just going to be so cool. I think the tank plans. I don't know if you guys saw that thing. I don't even know if I'm going to make one.
It's going to have the files.
That thing is bigger than the whale.
Wow.
It holds 4 people in the belly. It has a complete cockpit underneath the turret, like an M1 Abrams, for a real tank crew. There's like 3 figures that fit in the belly of this thing, plus one in the turret. And it's immense. I think it would probably be about a month of print time to make it.
Wow.
The tank tracks, think about this. There are 120 individual pieces that have to be made and then pinned to make the track.
Oh, yeah.
And there's 2 of them.
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So I don't know, guys. Send me ideas about what you'd like to see get made.
Also, I have files for a triple T.
There are triple T files here. So
The classified.
Just piqued Corey's interest.
yeah, and they're actually good files too. So
I got them for free.
some of the stuff out there is pretty wonky, but this is we're not messing with any of that.
No, that one I got for free. I was really happy about that.
So that's where we're at. Another 2 weeks down, right?
Yep.
It's looking like we will have 2 more webcasts under our belts before next episode, right? Hopefully I will be showing you a completed whale, a completed train, and
Completed Tomahawk.
no. That's what I just said, bud. I'm cutting way back because I can't. I'm going to run that machine into the ground. I'm hoping to have about Tomahawk about 2/3. Does that make sense? In 2 weeks. We'll go from there. The good thing about the Tomahawk is there's less pieces, but they're bigger. So we'll see.
Higher fail rate.
I don't know about that. But
What's the span of the blades on that Tomahawk?
I don't know. I haven't printed any. It doesn't give me measurements like that.
Mine does.
Just to give you I'd have to look them up, John. Honestly, it would tell me a length on them, but they've got to be. Oh, geez, they've got to be 11 or 12 inches long each. So I mean, the rotor wash on this thing's probably close to 2 feet, if not a little more. So. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. But like I said, after structurally speaking, having this whale done, everybody that's been saying, we're going to get a whale HAZLAP, you are never, mark my words, you will never get a whale HAZLAP. Hasbro is never going to make that.
No, the box would be like.
Now, they'd have to judge $800 for it. I mean, seriously, it's immense.
Also, he's not going to charge you.
No, it'll be $799.95. I will tell you this right now that there's a lot of money in filament. This sucker there's a lot of plastic here, a whole lot. So And I got to tell you, I was interested when you start printing this and you start going, wow, this is a lot of green. And then you go look at the original whale and you go, wow, this thing's all green. And it's just like, oh, you know what? That's not going to work on this
No,
scale.
forget about green.
We got to mix it up a little bit. It's reminding me I'm looking at the dragonfly behind me. It's reminding me a lot of the dragonfly. There's going to be more blacks and grays
And they
mixed
actually look
in.
really good.
It does look good because
Even on the MMS, they put in some black highlights on the missiles.
Yeah.
And it looks
And you know
better.
what? You were talking about blast effects that you know, just sitting around in bags and boxes and stuff. It's going to be great for some of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, guys. That's where we're at.
But the stock's definitely gonna. This show's gonna definitely have limited stock on this.
Hey, Emmett, show off your shirt.
What's that?
Tell Emmett to show off his shirt.
Show off your shirt. Vault boys.
He got that for me at one of the shows that he went to.
I got a great shirt. Well, shoot, you know, I was going to show you some of the stuff I got at the Birmingham Comic Con.
Well, you can run and get it.
It's sitting right there, but I'll show it next time. I'll show you one thing. I'll show you two things. Then we'll get out of here, okay, Shane?
No, he'll show you all things.
Sure.
Mr. Hammer had already signed this for me. Michael Golden was the uncredited cover artist for this book. He was in Birmingham. I had him sign it for me.
Cool.
Everybody else involved with that book, except for Jim Shooter, has passed, so I'm not going to be able to get those. But this image right here, he did this one too. And I had him sign this one too.
Neat.
That's actually, I'm very happy with that too. Met a couple other artists there that I had a good time with, but very weird show.
Very
Glad I did not take the boys because there was a couple of things there. There you go.
Yep.
Picked that up for John while I was there from
Yeah.
Michael Golden, 1970s Marvel Universe.
Okay.
Very cool.
Got a lot of characters.
So yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Oh no, you're entirely
I
welcome.
like that.
Entirely welcome. Neat stuff like.
Hey, for that, I'll throw you in a case of Supergirls. Shh, don't tell
Oh,
them.
there you go. You guys remember the Topps Jurassic Park comic book?
Mm-hmm.
He did the art on that,
Sweet.
and the lady that was there with him, she was the editor with John Byrne for Sensational She-Hulk. She was also the editor on that. Staten, can't remember her name. She was super nice, anyways. But I couldn't help myself but to get that one too because that's just cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
It also just goes good. In
I'll show you. I'll show you the other stuff in a couple of weeks. Maybe it'll be slow enough for me.
Can I see it that way? There's a button on it.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, where does he? Corey's going, oh, would you stop?
Corey's on his way to your house to get that triple T.
Yeah,
He
gotta
left.
fire that printer back up. You can sit in the driveway till it's done, sometime in July.
I feel like that one probably won't take very long.
I'm not sure of that, but anyways, thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe, right? Is that what the whole deal is? Like, smash that like button and all this other stuff.
Yeah, something like
No,
that.
ready? I get even better. Smash that like.
That's right. Hulk smash and subscribe.
Hulk, smash the button.
That's right.
Anyway,
We'll see you in a couple weeks, guys.
bye, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.